We are now going to move on to our listeners' questions. Do you want to do the first one, Tobes?
Yeah, of course. Hi, guys. Thanks for the podcast. Oh, God, I need to zoom in. I need bloody glasses on. Thanks for the podcast. Love listening to your thoughts each week. Over the past few weeks, I've really enjoyed watching Super Rugby Aotearoa, but I am confused with why Beauden Barrett is playing at 15 for the Blues. He does not seem to make the same impact on the game as he does at 10. My question for you is, if you were picking a 10 and a 15 for the ABs, who would you go with at the moment? From Matt from Derby.
We've got some people here. So if we're going for 10 for the All Blacks, you've got to put in Richie Mo'unga and Beauden Barrett.
Yeah.
Those really are your only two options.
Out and out 10. What about old Fletcher?
No, you've got
Ortilly Black maybe.
Ortilly Black's in there.
Outside bet.
Who's coming back for the Highlanders on the weekend? Ioane.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's back.
And so was he injured?
He's been injured, yeah. He's definitely, for me, third spot.
Yes, I agree.
And
definitely.
He's a very, very good third spot. So everyone's talking about Ortilly Black, but I'd say, give him 2 weeks and
I agree.
He's got a lot more about his game. Good kicker as well.
Yeah, good kicker.
So you're going to put those three, or maybe four in. You got 4 players that I think could play international rugby.
Wow, I'm not sure Ortilly Black will play international rugby.
Okay. So you got 3.
We've got 3.
At 15, I've listed here Will Jordan, Geordie Barrett, Damien McKenzie, Beauden Barrett, David Havili, and I've gone on there George Bridge, who, in my opinion, could all play for the ABs at fullback. So who are you going to pick for 10 out of those 4?
Well, you'd pick Richie Mo'unga or Beauden Barrett. It depends then. If you pick Richie Mo'unga, you then pick Beauden Barrett at 15, don't you?
Do you?
Well, you've got to have those two on the pitch.
I disagree with you.
So who do you have? Beauden Barrett and then Richie Mo'unga off the bench?
You need to pick.
Okay, I'll pick.
You pick
Beauden Barrett at 10, Richie Mo'unga comes off the bench.
How can you have Beauden Barrett at 10 when he hasn't played at 10?
Well, he's not very good at 15.
Correct. So this is my next point.
Oh, right.
Let's say you pick purely on who's playing there at the moment.
Right.
You go Richie Mo'unga.
Yes, you do. And he's playing fantastic.
Do you go Beauden Barrett at fullback? You just said. You don't, do you?
No, because he hasn't been that good. You'd go Geordie Barrett or Will Jordan.
I wouldn't go Geordie Barrett. I couldn't go. Geordie Barrett's been great, but he's not a starter for me.
Neither is Will Jordan then. You can't go Will Jordan.
Since he passed that ball to the South African and they scored under the post.
Can't trust him. Well, then you go Damien McKenzie.
Someone's paid him a lot of money for the South Africans. Can't trust him. For me, Will Jordan. No, I agree. Damien McKenzie.
He's up there, surely.
But he's short, so if he's against a team that's...
he's not doing line-outs, is he?
No, but kick, bomb. You need someone back.
I think he's still good under the high ball.
David Havili.
No.
Why not?
Well, because he hasn't really been playing at fullback.
He has been playing at fullback.
He played 1 game.
2 games, mate.
2 games, there you go.
He's coming back from surgery. That's the reason why.
I tell you what, he is playing pretty good.
He's playing very, very well. But my money, actually, after watching the weekend, wait for this. I think George Bridge.
He's a good winger.
He's a very good winger.
Yes,
but for
has he been playing fullback?
No.
Exactly. So that's our point that we're looking at here.
I hate you sometimes. Can I just finish though?
No.
All Blacks, wingers, I think you need 2 mutants on the wing, right?
No.
You need 2 players who are just going to bash, scare the living daylights.
Okay, so Sivaris shouldn't be on the wing.
Correct.
Oh, no.
So that's why I'm saying if you play...
Who would you go? Caleb Clark and...
Ben Lang.
No! You say that through gritted teeth as well.
Ben Lang. I love Ben Lang.
Matt Talia?
Talia, yeah, maybe. I mean, don't get me wrong. So it depends on how you want to play.
Well, but that's up to Fozzie Dog,
We don't have the midfield at the moment unless you're going to go Lamape and you're going to really knuckle them down and say, you stay at 12.
Lamape
and Rico, then maybe you can get away with having a little bit more finesse on the wings. But if you're going to have like Goodhue and who's going to play at 12?
Oof.
You know, so you're going to have sort of players who are smaller. Yeah. I know Goodhue's a big player, but he's not a basher, crasher.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Then you need to have someone on the wing that you can ship the ball to and say, "Get me over that gain line, big dog."
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, for me, I agree with you. You've got to play Beauden Barrett at 10.
Yes.
At 10, you've got to play him. He's the best player in the world at 10. Richie Mwanga's been playing fantastic.
Yeah.
But the experiment is over with him at 15. Because he's not
15.
I would say he's not in the world's top 6 15s.
I agree. We've almost named, Will Jordan, Geordie Barrett, Damien McKenzie, David Havili before Beauden Barrett at fullback.
100%. I would say, actually, and I'm not, he would come last on that list.
Yeah. Well, we don't really know because George Bridge.
But George Bridge has played a lot at fullback. So
for the All Blacks?
For Canterbury, Crusaders, Canterbury. He plays a lot. The only reason why he's not playing at fullback is because they've got David Havili and Will Jordan.
Yeah.
So for me, and it's ridiculous that the best player in the world won't make, who would be last on that list.
Yeah.
So you can't play him
and
at fullback.
And that's not even in the world. That's just in New Zealand.
Yeah. Now, it's a different story when he's playing for the All Blacks and he started at 10 and he goes back to fullback.
Yeah, that's different.
But
that's how he started his career. He started his career as a utility back, didn't he?
Yes.
So he's almost going back to being a utility back.
Yeah, not where you want.
No.
Now, I thought it'd be interesting that we do the same thing for the Australian Conference, Tobes.
That is interesting that you've done that.
Yeah. So we've only really got for 10 Matt Tamua,
yeah.
James O'Connor,
yeah,
John O'Lance.
Yes.
I've just chucked John O'Lance in. John O'Lance is near the end of his career.
Yeah.
James O'Connor's near the end of his career.
He's still young though, eh?
Matt Tamua's not a spring chicken either.
No.
But they are the only ones in Australia who are putting their hands up in that position.
Saying I'm a 10.
Who do you go for?
You go for Matt Tamua.
You go for Matt Tamua.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go for Matt Tamua. 15, it's not looking much better, is it?
No.
They've got Dane Hailapeti.
Yeah.
They've got Jack Maddox.
Tom Banks. Who's Tom Banks play for?
Brumbies. He's been injured so far this year.
Yeah.
But he would be my pick.
Tom Banks.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go Jack Maddox. I think he's more of a winger.
Yeah, good player on the wing, definitely.
And Dane Hailapeti.
Good player,
but
experienced player, captaincy. You need him in your squad for Australia. This does highlight what a mess Australian rugby's in.
Yeah,
because I'm going through all of their players, and I'm really sorry. They are going to struggle internationally. They just do not have the squad.
No, they don't. Flaky.
Do you know what has ruined them? The Matt Giteau rule.
Yes.
You look at the number of good players who are playing overseas who aren't available or are available but
they're available but they're not playing a high level. Well, they are playing a high level rugby, but they're not playing the best sort of high level rugby.
No, they might be playing in Japan.
Yes.
And they're not even playing at the moment.
Or France.
Yeah, and they're not even playing at the moment.
No, exactly. Yeah.
And in France they get absolutely they literally work you to your
well, they're paying you for it, though,
aren't they? They're paying you for it, and they work you to your bones.
Yeah.
So they come away from the French competition absolutely ruined. Whereas you go to Japan, you got a short season, happy days.
Yeah.
But it really does highlight. I'm very fearful for the Australian rugby when it comes to performances on the pitch, because they're struggling off the pitch, but they're going to struggle on the pitch. And for a long time, they've struggled off the pitch, but they've always produced something respectable.
They've done okay on the pitch, haven't they?
The next question up, and this is a big one, isn't it?
This is a good question.
Over the last week, we've seen that coming out of the NZRFU players poll, it does not seem that the professional players were happy with the new All Blacks coaching panel.
Bye.